Okay, we are going to work on homework one. So question number one. Four different beverages are sold at the first food restaurant. Soft drink, tea, coffee, and a bottle of water. So answer parts A through D. So let's see. Type of beverages sold is a categorical variable because of value of the variable can only be placed into categories. So let me explain what means categorical variable. Um, those are variables that can be placed as a category, meaning uh, drink like soft drink, tea. When I say tea, you don't say one tea, two teas. When we say in the speech, when we say 2 cups of tea or 3 cups, we are counting cup. But tea itself is a categorical. You can't say one tea, two teas. Okay, we understand cup. Same thing is coffee. Okay, this is a type of drink. Coffee, tea, let's say the water. Okay, therefore we let's see it's a beverage type of beverage sold is a categorical variable because the value of the variable can only be placed into categories. That's true. Let's read, but just in case, let's go over others. Beverage sold a categorical variable because the value of the variables arise from measuring process. No, that's nonsense. You don't you don't measure water per se. When you measure in the cup, in the bottle, but water itself, it's just a category, type of drink. The other one, type of beverage sold the categorical variable because the value of the variable represent quantities. It's definitely not quantity, it's a quality. The coffee, water, and other beverages. And the D is because, what would they say? Because the values of the variable arise from the counting. It definitely is not counting. You can't count 1 coffee, 2 coffees. Well, when you are saying 2 coffees, please, that means 2 cups of coffees, not coffee per se. Yes? All right. Check the answer. Good job. Moving to next one. Oh, there is continuation. All right, let's find out what is next question. Explain why the type of beverage in is a nominal scaled variable. Okay. It is the nominal scaled is a scale that you can use only name of brand, okay, or name of something you can't count. Let's say, for example, if I say Philip Morris, right? That's a brand. There is no two Philip Morris brands. Or if I say Tesla, that's a brand. Therefore, coffee and tea, that's a name, right? You can't count them. Therefore, it's a nominal. Nominal scale of variables are variables you cannot count because they have a type. It's in the category, okay? So let's see what is going to be the answer. Um, type of beverage sold is a nominal scale variable because the difference between measurements is a meaningful quantity. No, it's nominal, has nothing to do with measurement or meaningful. Like I said, it's a name. Like nation, also like social security, although it consists of numbers, but it's unique. Okay, well, that's keywords unique for nominal. All right. Next, beverage, type of beverage, blah, 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 because there are no ranking for the different values, of the variable. You can't, that sounds like the case, because you can't give them value, you can't rank them. It's unique name. Okay, I would choose this B, but let's read the rest. So here, this one, C, is because the difference between measurements and meaningful quantity. Okay, I'm not reading further, because it's talking about measurement and quantity. It's not involved. Measurement and quantity. Type of variable sold a nominal scale because the values of the variable have distinct category in which ranking is applied. Okay, so sometimes we have distinct categories, meaning unique, but you can rank them. Those are ordinal levels, we call. So that's in what case? Let's say in Olympic Games we have three prizes, right? First prize, second prize, third one. Each one of them is unique, but all three can be ranked. So first prize, it's a highest, right, position. Second, the silver medal, that's a second position, and then bronze, that's a third position. Correct? Okay, so things that are unique but yet you can arrange, like grades also. Students' grades A, B, C, D, right? Each one of them is unique, yet you can arrange. Those are this answer D would match to ordinal scale. Okay, and the C, the explanation on C, because the difference between measurements is the meaningful quantity. No, it's in our case it's B, but I want to explain. There is also this type of scale can be. So difference between measurements is a meaningful quantity, but doesn't involve a true 0 point. That could be interval scale, because let's say you are getting on scale, right? The 0 doesn't mean anything, correct? On scale 0, you're just trying to balance it out, correct? And then the scale is arranged the way that it goes through equal interval, correct? It says is a meaningful quantity, let's say 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15, blah, 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 yeah, and so forth. But doesn't involve a true 0 point. So 0 point is just for balancing, correct? That's what interval is. Okay, let's check this one. Nice work. Moving to next one, question number 2. Let's see what we have. Oh, here I read continuous numerical, the categorical, and discrete numerical. Okay, so first of all, let's understand. We know that the variables or objects can be categorical and numerical. Let's start from there. So we know that categorical is the quality. Those are unique names, right? Categorical. And numerical is, the word itself is telling, numbers you can measure. Okay, you can count. Okay, on its turn, numerical can be continuous or discrete. Discrete is the one that you can count easily. One cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, and so on. Continuous numerical, that example can be time. Time is a continuous, right? Time doesn't stop. But at the same time, you can measure, correct? You can say 1 hour, 15 minutes, 3 hours, right? 0 minutes. That's a continuous. Okay, numerical continuous. Therefore, let's read. Let's read and see what we are going to do here. For each of the following variables, determine whether the variable is categorical or numerical. If the variable is numerical, determine whether its variable is discrete or continuous. Okay, first one. Distance. Distance in miles from a person's house to the nearest store is what kind of variable? I would say distance is it's going unlimited, right? I mean, it can be any amount of miles with any decimal the measurement, right? Or hundreds measurement, but at the same time it's unlimited. Distances keep going, so I would say continuous numerical. Well done. Next one. Whether the telephone service is a household provided by an internet provider is what kind of variable? Well, service, you can say one service to service. Service itself is categorical. You can't count service. Well done. Next, number of text messages. Well, I don't read even further. Text messages, it's one text message, two text messages, right? It's a discrete numerical variable. And lastly, monthly cell phone data usage. Okay, the usage, it's unlimited because we can measure in megabyte, right? But at the same time it's continuous and numerical. You can measure how many megabytes, but at the same time the data usage is it's continuous. Oh, again, one more. Number of people. Number of the people is going to be what? Numerical, discrete. Question number 3. The following information is collected from students upon exiting the campus bookstore during the first week of classes. So question A, expected time until return. So expected time until return is what type of variable? Categorical or the numerical? Time we can measure, yeah, right? Therefore it's gonna be numerical. Okay. Next. Age in years. What type of variable? Well, you can count, right, in years. As years goes by, you are aging. You get every year by 1 year older, unfortunately. So it's still gonna be numerical. Okay. Eye color. Eye color is a different story. Yellow, blue. Eye color. Blue, black, the brown, right? Categorical. You can't count one brown, two browns. Occupation. It's also categorical. You can't say, but let's say doctor as a profession. There are no two doctors as a profession. And when we say two doctors, we have in mind people, right? So it's categorical. Okay. Question number 4. So what do we have here? For each of the following, okay, same thing. So let's see. Number of hamburgers, okay, I'm not going further. Discrete, the numerical, we can count it, right? All right. Next. Whether an individual has an online profile is what kind of variable. Profile itself is categorical. You are not saying one profile, two profiles. It's just a profile. Every person has one profile, right? Volume of water. Now that's, we can see, it doesn't say water. It says volume. So you can measure the volume, right? In gallons, right? So it's a continuous numerical because water is continuous, right? It's non-stop. You don't say one water, two waters. But when it's come to volume, you or gallons, you can measure it. And great for a recent great for the recent motion picture from 0 to 4 stars. Motion, it says that's a movement, right? It's continuous, but because you can grade it from 0 to 4, it's continuous numerical. Oops. Let's read one more time and understand what is wrong. Great for a recent motion picture from 0 to 4. Motion picture. Do they mean movie? They should put here great for a recent movie. Then that would be understandable. So movie can, if you grade it, it's going to be either 0, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Then it would be categorical. I understand. So I thought it's motion. It's a keyword. Motion meaning continuous. And if you grade it, that means you have to measure. Continuous numerical. But if we take it motion picture as a movie, then yes, movie you can grade either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, categorical. Okay, at least I hope we are clear with explanation here. All right. I never heard the expression movie as a motion picture. All right. Next, number of text messages. I'm not reading further. Text messages, discrete numerical. All right, moving to question number 5. What do we have? Suppose you have a data set about the number of times each student in a class completed a homework assignment and the student's grade point average GPA. Okay. Suppose you have a data set about the number of times each student in a class completed homework assignment and the student's grade point average. Okay, it's the same thing. You can say it's on MyMathLab, it's the same way. So I can see how many times student completed homework, how many times completed quiz, and overall average. Okay, so A, which of the sources of data best described the data set? Let me see. A, these data are distributed by an organization. The data are the responses from a survey. That definitely not. These data are results of observational study. I would say it's observational because you are opening, you are watching. Yes. But let's read further. These data are collected by ongoing business activities. No. And these data are outcome of designed experiment. So this cannot be designed experiment because you can just open as an instructor. Let's say I can open and look how many times student took it, the test, or how many times took the homework. Okay, so it's only we can observe. Organization doesn't report. We are not doing survey, collect this information. This is not an ongoing business activity and not design experiment. So observation, it's my final answer. Next one. B, is the data set based on sample or a population? So let me, this data, that observation, let me explain real quick, although you should remember from the basic the statistics course what is sample, what is population. So the data about how many times each student completed homework, it's taken from a sample, not from population. Because what is population? Population is are the all students in the class. Okay, subject of our interest. It's the all students together in the class. But I can open and look for each student, every single student separate. Let's say Peter, I can see he did 4 times, or Jamie, he did 5 times. Okay, so it's a sample. So if I take one or 2 students from the entire class, that's gonna be sampling. Six. Suppose you read a story that claims 11.7% of bodies of fresh water bottles of fresh water in a region are infested by a certain invasive species. On what type of data source the claim in the story based on? So which choices we have? We have business activities. No, that's a nonsense. Survey. No, not based on survey. No, the design experiment. You don't design. Observation. Yes, you are looking, observing. This bottle has the spaces with this. The other one does not. Okay. Next question. Number 7. Okay. Suppose you need, you read a website that says that national organization found that attendance rates at high schools in US cities is improving. On what type of data source is the claim in this story based? Okay, organization. Well, I believe it's definitely going to be a report of organization, right? They are the one are doing attendance and reporting. Observational study. No, you can't observe. It's the organization has to report. Designed experiment, business activity, survey. I'd say by organization. Attendance you have to do to find out, right? And by organization, not by observation. Okay. Next question, what do we have here? The table to the survey. No, the table to the right shows data found at a government census website under Did You Know panel. What type of data source is the information presented excuse me, presented here based on? Okay, female private sector total employment in a state 2008, so statistical information. Well, let's see. So information is the result of the survey that was conducted. No, that's not a survey. Definitely, you don't ask people how many females or male or retail trade. That's not it. Next one. Information is the result of observed study that was conducted. You don't observe, go stand and observe. What if it's a large corporate? And we are talking about entire state, right? Excuse me. On the table, look at the title, Private Sector Total Employment in a State. So let me see. Ongoing business activity, no. Okay. Business activity, no. Because business activity has nothing to do with gender, right? Female or male. Okay. Experiment, you don't do experiment. Information by organization, the information is distributed by an organization. This also, it's not gonna, the organization doesn't report how many women, how many males. They don't do such classification. Let me see. Then we have the best, looks like, survey. Information is a result of survey that was conducted. Well, here we have all female and male, retail trade, female and male, increase or decrease. So from all given answer, I guess the best will fit here, survey that was conducted. Because I don't know anything about organization reporting, distributing the gender. How many females, how many males. I don't know about anything like that. And the other, the answers are much less make sense. Observation, you can't observe entire state. Business activity, you don't do business activity based on gender. Experiment, that's not the experiment. So survey. Okay. You are questioning how many the women or how many males are working in your corporate, let's say. Okay, so I choose survey. So it was the right choice. Moving to question number 9. So, all right. For a population containing n total amount of the 918 individuals, what code number would be assigned for the sixth person on the list? Sixth person. First of all, when we have 918, it's a 3 digits number, right? So every single person, the sixth person, the first person that will be assigned number. That's in that case is when do we need to assign number? When we want to do random sampling. Random sampling is you want to, let's say, do experiment with corporate. Okay, you are not bringing you don't have to bring entire corporate. Let's say you are choosing sample. Okay, entire people in entire corporate will be population. You are doing sampling, and how there are several types of sampling. So if we do random sampling, we are assigning numbers to every single person we want possibly to participate. Okay, or it can be entire corporate, and then you generate random numbers. Let's say 5. So whoever holds 5 has to come out. Whoever the generating next number 100, whoever holds 100 comes out. Therefore, since total amount 918, we're gonna represent as in that of 3 digits. We're gonna represent in the format of 3 digits. Okay, so which means the sixth person is gonna be 006, like that. Enter. Well done. Next, the 12th person, it's gonna be 0. So 12, and to add to 3 digits, first I put 0 there, right? 0, 1, 2. There we go. Why is it incorrect? 20th, okay, sorry. 20th. That's all right. We fixed it. And the last person, it's going to be 918, right? Okay, question number 10. For a population n is equal 906, starting from row 04 and column 1 of the accompanying table of random numbers, determine the number of rows required in order to select a sample of 20 without replacement. Okay, so what we are going to do, first of all, because total in 906 3 digits, we are going to pick numbers, 3 digit numbers, okay? And from row 04 and column 1, and 20 of them. Sample size is 20. Let's do it. I have prepared already here. All right. Let me zoom it. So 04 and 1, first column, here it is. So I'm going to go by 3 numbers because our 9060 and 20 of them. 1, 2, 3. Let's break down this way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, I think I messed up. My God, 20 elements. It's like they couldn't give us less. Okay, let me zoom it. let's go this way. I'm going to scratch it. So fourth row, right, and column 1. Okay, first column, which is 0, 0, 0. I'm scratching like this. 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If this is 10, so next row, the last number will be 20. And that is, what is it? 5, 3, 8. All right, going back to our case. It will require 2 rows, right? And what was that? The last number? Actually, I could order up there also. 5, 3, 8, okay. All right. 10, 11. What is this one? For a study that consists of personal interviews with participants rather than mail or phone, explain why simple random sampling might be less practical than some other sampling methods. Okay, let's see. A simple random sample might be less practical than other sampling method. Let's see. A simple random sample does not work with personal interview. So they practically doing. Is it less practical that does not work with personal interview? No. So you can randomly choose and do personal interview. A simple random sample requires selecting each person one at a time. No, it's practical, yes. You choose once at a time, and you don't choose all these together, because for randomly you have to pick one by one. Next, simple random sample could be influenced by selection bias. That is not. If to a simple random sample, you choose randomly, meaning every single person will be assigned some number, and then you generate random numbers, and whoever holds that number is coming. So that is not influenced by selection bias. And the last one, a simple random sample, would be less practical for personal interviews because of travel cost, unless the interviewer are paid. Well, this is less practical, yes. For one interview to go to central interviewer location. Yes, usually whoever wants to interview, he is coming or she is coming to the person to be interviewed. Okay. In a random sample, every subject in the population has an equal chance to be selected. Okay, this means that the subject could be far apart from each other's in physical location. That's not a good explanation, but still. Okay. Number 12. So I see. We are going to work here with categorical variable, and we want to find out practically how much is how many percent of category A, the how many percent is gonna make category A, category B, and category C. All right. So let me write down 15, 26, and 9, this frequency. 15, 26, and 9. I'm going to add some new page. Okay, 1 second. New section. Here it is. 15, 26, and 9. All right. 15, 26, and 9. And we need to find out how many percent A, B, and C, how many percent is gonna make of total. So for find out in total, we need first to add 5 plus 6, 11, and 9, 20. 2 in mind. 1 and 2 is 3, and 2 is 5. Total is 50. So for A, to find out how many percent it occupied or makes, so what we're gonna do, take, oops, I'm going to do 15 over 50, 26 over 50. I chose horrible color, huh? And here, 9 over, ooh, let me choose, okay, this one even better. And 9 over 50. So 15 over 50, 20 over 50, 26 over 50, and 9 over 50. So if I use calculator here, so 15 over 50, it's gonna make 0.3, which is gonna make 30%. And 26 over 50, it's gonna make 0.52. Which is gonna make 52%. And the third one, we don't even have to calculate. So together, 30%, 52, it's 82%. That means it's gonna be 18%, the leftover. Let's check it. 9 over 50, 18%, 0.18, that's right. So 30, 52, 18. It's gonna be 30, 52, and 18. One, 8. Okay, well done. This was number 12. Let me see. Oh, there is continuation. All right. So, what conclusion can you reach concerning the categories A, B, and C? Well, let's see. Category B is most likely to occur. Yes, that's the highest is B, right? to occur. Category B, I would say this one, D category, more than half, either D or E, because it occurs more than half times. Okay. The other two categories occur less than half. That's true, with category A being least likely and C least likely. No, I would say C being least likely. C is the lowest percentage. Okay, so it's going to be E. It at the category B occurs more than half of the time, and with C being at least likely, it's the lowest percentage. Okay. This number 13 I will record in the second half because video will come out too long.